Tom here with the new WBC welterweight champion of the world and that amazing hairstyle, Showtime, Shawn Porter. Showtime, just before we get into the recap of the fight, you've seen the fight since then, and just your thoughts when the scorecards were being read and you heard your name being said. Like, we saw the emotion, we saw the reaction, but at the time that everything was going on, what was going on in your head?
The only thing going on in my head when Jimmy started talking was, tell me who won. I felt comfortable, I felt confident that we won, but it's boxing, and boxing, like some other things, you just never know what other people see, how other people feel in that moment, so I think maybe more than anything, I just wanted to hear my name, and that's my favorite part of the night. To be honest with you, my favorite part of the night was hearing my name. Unbelievable feeling. Unbelievable.
Now, you won a championship with your father before. You won the IBF, and now you won the WBC. In the locker room, what moment did you guys have together, and how did you just approach your dad? And obviously he's your trainer as well, so how did you approach him and just thank him for this camp and being able to pull off the victory you guys did?
I'm looking forward to it. We haven't had a moment yet.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to it for more reasons than one, but the most that's happened so far was a reflection of not just the camp but the team. Al Chernoff is in Maryland, so we speak not that frequently, but we speak from time to time during the course of a camp, but we really come together the week of the fight. Outside of the week of the fight, I don't really see or hear from Al Chernoff too much, but he's in my life. And the same with Barry Hunter. This is actually the first time Barry has ever come into a professional training camp with me. So we know what we're going to get out of Barry than out of a fight, but he came into camp and he brought a different dynamic to the camp. And so when we got to New York, the four of us just really got like this, So after the fight, I'm the winner and everything. When I get to the back, I keep telling these guys congratulations as if they were the ones that got in the ring and did it, I literally looked at all these guys, patting them on the back, said congratulations, you did a great job. Because collectively, as a team, we were all on this one mission, and we knew what we wanted to go after. We all knew our jobs, and everybody played they role, they part in this successful evening to a T. And I did the same thing with my dad, patted him on the back half a dozen times and told him congratulations, but him and I still have not had that really intense moment and reflection on what we've accomplished the other night and as a team throughout our years. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, I asked your father the same question and everything. I asked you at the Staples Center and your father for Easter versus Garcia, why is it that fight, the Danny Garcia fight, was the one that you guys were going after for the past 3 years? Did that fight play out exactly how you guys planned it the past 3 years to that day?
The past 3 years, I would say parts of the past 3 years showed up, but definitely the way we had trained, especially up in the last maybe 3 weeks before the fight, the way we trained was exactly the way it played out. I'll be honest, there were points in the fight where I would go back to the corner and I really felt like it was like something that had happened in sparring, in the weeks previous to the fight, So I think I would say the fight really played out the way we both, all of us expected to. I still haven't watched it, and I don't know if he's watched it. Usually it takes me some time to watch a fight because I don't really like to watch myself, and sometimes it takes him a while to watch the fight because he's really trying to come down from everything and let everything really simmer down before he takes a look. But we haven't communicated about it, so I don't know if he's watched the fight yet.
Now, most people, and I know you've heard this before, you're a bully fighter. You like to rush in, you like to fight, you like to go in, headbutt, dirty fighter, a la B-hop and everything. But in this fight, you did that in certain points, in certain parts of rounds, but you fought more from distance. Why did you feel this time in a fight like this in a fight of this magnitude, that you felt you either needed to show off a different side of Shawn Porter that we haven't seen much of, or just you knew that that style was going to make Danny confused?
It was a couple of things. I think the number one thing was that we knew it would make Danny confused. We knew that there would be things that I would be able to do from a distance that he wouldn't be able to do. Number one being hit him from a distance and draw him into me. We knew that there wouldn't be much offense as he walked forward, and we knew that he would kind of not necessarily load up like a big puncher, but you could see him get ready to punch, and it was more of a timing type of thing. So for a majority of the fight where you see me boxing from the outside, it was simply because I knew it was something that I was better, that I could do and win the fight doing. And then the other side of that too was just with him being the kind of counter puncher that he is, and expecting one thing from me. I didn't want to give him that. I didn't want him to expect one thing from me and me give him that, and now he creates a rhythm based off of his training. So I didn't want to give him any type of rhythm at all coming into the fight. And then once you see me start to change it up and be more aggressive and things like that, it was because we knew he kind of had grown accustomed to me boxing from the outside, and we also knew that we had to turn it up and leave him behind in terms of the scoring.
I've known you probably about 5 to 6 years now, man, and you've always been probably one of the most humble dudes that I've known throughout this entire time that I've been
man, I come in here, everybody's telling me congratulations. I'm like, y'all ain't here to work, man. Don't.
That literally leads into my next question, man. Yeah. Has it finally hit you that you are actually the WBC champion of the world in the welterweight division?
Not the way you just said it, because I think the way you just said it is different from the way that I know it. The way I know it is I've really accomplished something. The way I know it is that I'm a champion. And the way that I know it is that a lot of fans have seen me get back where they've wanted to see me for a long time. Honestly, in terms of things like making demands or telling the business what I want to happen next, that's a part that I know I can do and should do, but it's still kind of new to me in the sense where I don't really know how to exercise that or really express it. The fact that I'm a world champion now, and when people look at me, they'll say world champion Shawn Porter. I'm like, nah, man, I'm Shawn Porter, But the fact of the matter is I'm a world champion again, So it's gonna be a long, fun ride for me for sure.
Now, you said it there, you can demand things, and you being the WBC champion, there are many lucrative fights out there.
Yeah.
I told your dad, and I know I told you this at Staples Center as well, that WBC said that the winner of this fight more than likely would be mandated to fight Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
So, but we also saw what happened at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
And that was Errol Spence.
Yeah.
So there's Earl.
Yeah.
There's Keith. Your dad always gave 3 names: Danny, Earl, and Keith.
Yeah.
You took one and you scratched one name off.
Yeah.
Who do you want next?
To me, it makes sense to go after Errol Spence next.
Why? Obviously, he's the boogeyman at 147. People see that. So why?
Yeah,
why
I think that's kind of why. I think that's why. I think that right now the fight is important, and the fight is worth a lot of money. I don't know the business the way my dad knows the business, the way obviously my advisor and other people, other promoters, things like that know the business. So I'm honestly really gonna have to listen. And the reason why I say listen is because I'm the WBC champion, and I feel like there should be some demand. I feel like I should be able to get what I want, and I'm gonna listen. If you tell me that we can get Errol right now, we're going for Errol right now. If you tell me that we should wait and there's something else better right now, I'm gonna need you to explain to me what makes that better and when it's gonna happen. So there's a lot that has to play out right now in terms of me fully understanding what's ahead of me and being able to weigh those options. But right now, to me, it's clear cut that Errol Spence is the next guy.
Now, with that answer, you're pretty much daring yourself to be great. You're going after the guy that most people say they won't go after.
Why not?
Or they just dip out. Why? Why, Shawn, put yourself in a position like that? You just won the title, and you know, like you said, the business side of it would more than likely, you just won the title. They would probably give you like a cupcake fight in between, and then give you a good fight. You want to go straight into the big fight.
I feel great, man, and I feel great right now. The last 2 weeks of camp were the best weeks of camp, which is how it usually works out for me. I wake up Friday morning on weight like usual, and I was able to get in the ring and really hone in on the game plan, remain focused on the game plan, and remain relaxed and open to what was going on in the ring. And I think that that's key for me moving forward. And so for me to be what most people consider at the highest level, and for myself to know that I still took a step up is really important to me. And so now I think that with taking that step up, I'm ready to go up against anyone. And right now, should we call him the boogeyman? I'm good with whatever. I don't know what he called. What does Errol call himself?
The truth.
Oh yeah, you're right. My fault. I don't mean to disrespect the truth. Oh yeah, we ready for the truth. The truth should be told.
Now, in the fight, what did Danny do good? What did Danny, in your eyes, where was he able to actually not hurt you, but just hit you and just make you guess, like, all right, I need to come here because he's able to catch me at this point in time?
Especially the first couple rounds. Me and my dad, we communicated more in this fight than we've ever communicated before. And I remember coming back. It might have been the third round or the fourth round, and I could see that he hadn't picked up on my timing or anything, but I could just see that he was waiting on that opportunity. And I come back to the corner, and my dad gave me direction. I said, yeah, he's waiting on me to come in, and he gave me some more direction. I said, but he's waiting on me to come in. And so I think maybe in that moment I may have been a little bit leery of his punches and what he could do if I gave him that opportunity. So even in beating him and beating him the way that I feel like I beat him, I thought he still presented the problems that we expected him to present, you know, in terms of being able to time me and slow down my offense. And so I think I just played it really smart. I think he brought out the intelligence in me in this fight more than anybody has ever done.
Who hits harder? Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman, or Danny Garcia?
Keith Thurman.
Most people, when they hear that answer, are gonna say, "But Adrian's the one that
put me down."
Yeah,
I put me down. I put me down, man. I put me down because the fight went the way it was going, and in the corner before the 12th round, my dad said, "Go out there, leave it all in the ring, go after him, do this and do that, stay on top of him." And my mindset was, I've done that for 11 rounds. I don't have to do anymore. I can just coast my way to this victory. So I come out and I'm stuck in this like gray area, this medium. Do what your dad is telling you to do, or do what you want to do. And I think in the midst of me really contemplating that for myself, he threw a punch, and my mind was more so on my corner and myself than it was the fight, you know. And I went down, and I got up and finished the fight, you know. So it was a learning experience for me. Yeah.
Have you caught up to Danny Garcia and his tweets as of late?
I heard he was complaining about.
He said that he made you miss so many punches. He feels he won the fight. He went and rewatched it. Your thoughts on just
There were a few times in the fight where he moved a little bit more than I expected him to, and there were a few points where he didn't run, but he moved fast. He moved really fast. He slipped and slid a little. He slipped and slid a little bit, like we expect him to. We knew he has slick defense. He's from Philly, so that's Philly D, you know. But for the most part, I dug some body shots that were probably some of the hardest shots he's ever had. I'll let him be the one to tell that to anyone. But I think some of the body work that I did throughout that fight, and also the head work as well, was some of the hardest and toughest that he's been up against.
Ultimately, what is your final take of just the training camp, the fight, and the realization that you once again are a world champ.
The realization, man, is that even moving forward, there's still some hard work to be put in. I know that. Along with that hard work is I still have to stay dedicated. Everything showed up from the training camp to the fight, and that's what I want. I want everything that I do in training to show up in the fight. It did. And so I'm just really, I'm feeling really blessed right now, and I'm really excited about my future. Really excited about what the WBC has in store for me. And I was with my pastor, Pastor Randall Cunningham, yesterday, and he said there's a difference between being someone who wins and being a winner. He said someone that wins, well, you'll win one, you'll win two, and then you may lose one, and then you'll win again. He said a winner and how you really achieve greatness is keep winning. He said that should be your goal now, is just to keep winning. So that's my goal now, is whatever they put in front of me, win.
Final message for the fans, your fans, where they can follow
God bless
you,
y'all. I'll be right there at the Box Fan Expo tomorrow, right here in Vegas. Hopefully y'all are here. Hopefully y'all see this before that's over. 12 to about 2 or 3. If I'm there longer, it's because you're there longer. I'll see y'all soon. Showtime Shawn P on everything. God bless. And check this boy out. October 20th, Demetrius Andrade, one of my best friends in the sport.
Yes, Andrade.
One of my brothers in the sport. October 20th, he's fighting on my birthday in Boston. I will be there.
Thank you for your time, Shawn.
You got it.
Hi fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.